New at noon, the Allen County coroner releases rulings on 2 deaths from June. We have the new details.
Plus, 2 Amish women in Adams County now know their punishment for illegally practicing medicine. We'll have the latest in a live report.
Raindrops on our back doorstep. I'll let you know if these will impact your Friday night football games.
And raccoon rescue. You don't want to miss more of these pictures and video. How a local business came to the aid of a little baby raccoon. Your #1 news at noon starts now.
You're watching coverage you can count on. This is News Channel 15's News at Noon.
New at noon right now, the Allen County coroner is now saying the deaths of 2 men this summer are homicides.
He just released that ruling this morning. The first victim was found on the Weiser Park tennis courts. In June, the coroner said 52-year-old Randy Ray Singleton died of blunt force trauma, but did not say that it was a homicide until today. A park worker found Singleton's body. Police have not released any suspect information.
The other homicide victim is 27-year-old Brandon Bittner. Bittner was found shot in the head in the 9400 block of Grayhawk Drive on June 26th. The coroner has now also ruled his death a homicide. At the time of the shooting, a neighbor told News Channel 15 another man accidentally shot Bittner, who was a guest at the home. New at noon, a former Huntington University administrator is now charged with battery.
He is accused of sexually assaulting a student off campus. That assault reportedly happened at Vince Hoppert's home late last month. The Huntington County prosecutor says she won't release any detailed information about the case or the victim to protect the integrity of the judicial process. Hoppert resigned a little over a week ago from his position at the university.
No jail time, probation only. That's the sentence for 2 Amish midwives in Adams County.
The women pleaded guilty to illegally practicing medicine and administering medication to mothers and babies. News Channel 15's Angelica Robinson joins us live from outside the courthouse where the sentencing just wrapped up. Angelica, what was it like in the courtroom this morning?
The courtroom was at maximum capacity today, filled with people from the Amish community and their supporters. The prosecutor asked the judge to give these 2 women 6 months in jail, but in the end, the judge decided no jail time. About 6 people got up and spoke in support of Lydianne Schwartz and Sylvia Eicher today. The 2 pleaded guilty to practicing midwifery without a license as part of a plea deal. They face 6 months in jail and 2 years probation. One woman said Schwartz gave birth to 10 of her children, including one who recently died of heart failure after birth. She said she did not hold anything against her and that both women were only doing the work of God. Another man said Eicher assisted in his own birth 42 years ago. All total, Eicher and Schwartz believe they had delivered roughly 8,000 babies in the Amish community over the last 4 decades. The Adams County prosecutor Jeremy Brown acknowledged that the vast majority of the births were successful, but says overlooking the severity of the case could create a slippery slope. He also reminded the judge that the women were injecting patients with veterinary medicine, and he says the women were told multiple times within the last decade by law enforcement to stop. The women are not allowed to practice medicine or midwifery as a part of this plea deal, and we did talk to the prosecutor about the difficulty trying this case. We'll have more from him coming up tonight at 5 and 6. Reporting live at the Adams County Courthouse, Angelica Robinson, News Channel 15.
Angelica, thanks for that report. We have new information about a shooting at a Fort Wayne bar early this morning. We have learned the victims are 44-year-old Christopher Pogue and 35-year-old Jacob Jeffrey. They were both critically hurt in that shooting at the Rock Tavern off Broadway and Taylor. It happened just after 1:30 this morning. Police quickly arrested 29-year-old Aaron Suggs. He's initially charged with 2 counts of aggravated battery. Police found one victim at a gas station across the street and the other in an alley behind the bar.
At this point, we're not sure what happened. We know some sort of disturbance happened, which led to the shots being fired. And the 2 victims are the only reported injuries at this time. And now we're just waiting for detectives to do their investigation and try and piece together everything.
Police are now watching surveillance video from inside the bar and from several businesses. The school bus that caught fire yesterday afternoon is going through an inspection today. Northwest Allen County Schools is trying to figure out what caused the fire that forced the evacuation of 40 students.
News Channel 15's Chris Darby's been working all morning to find out more about that fire, and he continues our coverage now.
Yeah, we were seeing dramatic pictures yesterday afternoon of the Northwest Allen County bus surrounded by smoke, fire tearing through it. The good news, though, at that point, everyone was off the bus. Now it's time to figure out what went wrong. The fire started while bus number 49 was at the first bus stop after school. We are told about 40 Carroll Middle and high school students were on board. The driver stopped the bus after smelling fuel and noticing smoke. Spokesperson for the district telling us the driver's training paid off. Everyone evacuated, no one hurt, but definitely something the kids won't forget.
Everyone started running and panicking, and someone pushed me and I lost all my stuff in the fire.
The Northwest Allen spokesperson says she believes this is the first time one of their buses has caught fire. They all passed inspections before the start of the new school year. The Indiana State Police are checking out the bus today to determine a cause of that fire. It will be a bit before we get an official word, though. I am about to head to the Northwest Allen Transportation Center. I'm going to walk through the evacuation drill the students experienced and find out what the district learned from the incident. In Studio 15, Chris Darby, News Channel 15.
Thank you, Chris. Switching now to weather. We've had 2 days of some gorgeous weather, but it's going to stick around.
It's starting to cloud up a little bit, Rob.
All good things must come to an end. That's really the name of the game out there this afternoon. We've had clouds increasing through the morning, and now I'm on this camera here. Let's take a look at what's happening on the satellite and radar picture. Well, we've got clouds rolling in, and you can see on the very left-hand side of your screen, some rain showers beginning to enter western Indiana. However, this was part of that big batch of rain that we showed you this morning on First News, and it's been falling apart. There's some substantial dry air in place over Indiana, and so most of the rain will continue to fizzle as it tracks eastward. We have that chance for a spotty shower or storm here later on today, but most places are going to stay dry, just not dealing with the sunshine like we had yesterday. You can see those clouds in Layaudo at Country Heritage. 73 right now in Fort Wayne, 70 with the clouds in Kendallville, and 68. Good afternoon to you in Warsaw. You can see how our rain chances increase through the remainder of the afternoon. Just a 20% chance for a spotty shower or storm. I think we'll get through most of those high school football games without rain showers. Those rain chances really begin to increase after around 9 o'clock, and a better chance for some rain as we kick off the weekend. We'll take a look at Futurecast hour by hour coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Rob. Senator John McCain's family says he will stop treatment for his breast cancer. The family says the progress of the disease and McCain's age were the reasons for the decision. The 81-year-old is in his 6th term representing Arizona. He's been away from the Capitol, though, since December. McCain was diagnosed with brain cancer more than a year ago.
Still to come, the 10th annual Taste of the Arts kicks off this afternoon.
And days after a baby raccoon is rescued from a storm drain, we'll show you how he's doing and what's next for him. Number 1 News at noon returns.
Coverage you can count on continues with Alyssa Ivinson and Pat Hoffman.
The 10th annual Taste of the Arts Festival starts tonight in downtown Fort Wayne.
The event highlights the diversity of our local arts and culture. There will be music, theater, and dance performances across 9 stages. Admission is free, and food and drinks will be available to purchase. The hours are 5 to 10 tonight, 11 to 7 tomorrow. Events are going on at Arts Campus Fort Wayne in the 300 block of East Main Street.
Well, a new show featuring all the fun things to do in Fort Wayne is coming to WANE TV this weekend. It's called I Love This Town. Danny Parker will host the Saturday evening special. He takes people around Fort Wayne and its many attractions while interacting with folks from the community. You'll see some familiar faces like Addison Egan, Mayor Tom Henry, and myself as guests on the show. In the end, Parker says he hopes his show will get people off the couch and out in the community having fun. You can see it for yourself tomorrow night at 7:30 right here on WANE TV.
Look forward to seeing that. A lot to do in Fort Wayne. And we have a gem of a story about a local business who rescued a baby raccoon from a storm drain. A goldsmith from Peter Franklin Jewelers heard the raccoon squealing during a heavy downpour Tuesday. That's when he leapt into action, pulling the baby from the drain and took him to a rehab facility. We're happy to report the baby raccoon is doing okay. They have named the baby Rolex the raccoon. We caught up with the store's marketing director, who is staying up to date on the rescue.
And Janice takes him to a place where they've actually raised raccoons before, little babies. They get them to a certain point. They send them off into the woods, and apparently they come back and visit, hang out with the dog and the kids. So this little guy has got a beautiful little life ahead, and he's just as happy as can be. Look at this. He's crawling all over the place. I mean, how can you not love this?
It's pretty hard not to. Rolex's rescue video accumulated 10,000 views in just 24 hours. His story is set to be featured on USA Today. Rolex came to visit the store today after staying at a rescue facility for the last few days.
I think they want to adopt Rolex for sure.
Oh,
Well, let's applaud
absolutely.
Peter Franklin
big thank
Jewelers
you to
for,
them.
wow, that's tremendous.
And what a cute little,
Oh, yeah.
little creature.
And
there.
Rolex already has good taste in jewelry. He liked his necklace. Did you see that? He was going after the necklace.
A little Rolex. Yeah, good thing that they rescued him for sure. And a lot of
Yeah.
rescue efforts may be underway in Hawaii too. I wanted to briefly give you an update on Hurricane Lane. This is the latest on the storm, and the big threat actually with this storm will be for rainfall. Some places have already picked up several feet of rain, and several more feet of rain are possible. It looks to make a near miss, so not actually making landfall, but still packing winds of 110 miles per hour, and could see another 10 to 30 inches of rain throughout Hawaii. So we'll keep you updated through the weekend. Your forecast closer to home is up next.
Coverage you can count on continues with meteorologist Rob Leidick's live Doppler 15 Fury forecast.
The weather forecast may be fairly quiet here today, but it was anything but on this date 2 years ago. We had 22 tornadoes that tracked through Indiana and Ohio on this date 2 years ago, producing 9 in our viewing area, the biggest of which was an EF3 in Woodburn, producing winds of over 160 miles per hour. I actually posted a link to this story on our Facebook page and on my Facebook page as well. You can see some incredible footage from that date. It's certainly a date that I know I'll never forget as a meteorologist working here at WANE TV. Much quieter out there today with some clouds that have been increasing through the past couple of hours. No severe weather is expected, but we do have the chance for a spotty shower or storm as we head into the afternoon. 73 in Fort Wayne this noon hour, 72 in Auburn, and 71 right now. Good afternoon to you in Huntington. Now, our muggy meter was in the comfortable range this morning, but it's slowly ticking upward, so we are going to be humid here later on today, and eventually as we head into the weekend, it's going to be tropical, and the heat and humidity will be building throughout the weekend, so hopefully you enjoyed the sunshine and comfortable conditions we had over the past couple of days. The clouds are rolling in, some rain showers entering the western part of the Hoosier State, but notice a lot of the rain fizzling as it tracks in. We've got some very dry air in place, and so we're not expecting much of this rain to survive, just a spotty shower or two, even as we head into the high school football games tonight. Here's a look at Futurecast. Notice as the rain begins to approach, it falls apart. So spotty, but for the most part, still dry as we head through the remainder of our day. With the clouds, temperatures won't be climbing quite as far this afternoon. So we're looking at 76 for our high today in Fort Wayne, Paulding, and Van Wert this afternoon, 75 over in Bluffton. Here's the time for the high school football games, and notice most of Futurecast is dry. We have a better chance for some scattered showers after around 9 p.m. and then especially after midnight tonight. When you wake up with us tomorrow morning for First News Saturday at 7 a.m., a better chance for some rain and storms, and still a scattering of storms through the day on Saturday, potentially into Sunday as well. Here's a look at your Friday night football forecast. Temperatures in the mid-70s for the beginning of those games, right around 70 at 7, upper 60s towards 8 p.m. tonight. Not quite as cool as we start off tomorrow morning. 65 degrees is where we'll begin Saturday. Then we're looking at 81 towards the afternoon. Most of the rain will be during the first half of tomorrow. Then we're a little bit drier, maybe some breaks of sunshine later in the day. Pair of 8s and humid on Sunday, 90 for Monday, and still right around 90 by Tuesday of next week.
That August is coming back.
Feels much more like summer here the next couple of days.
That's for sure. All right, thanks, Rob. Well, still ahead today and tomorrow, you may see some Fort Wayne firefighters collecting money for the MDA.
The 2018 Fill the Boot campaign is underway. When we come back, how you can help the cause and why you'll notice the firefighters in new locations this year.
Coverage you can count on continues with Alyssa Ivinson and Pat Hoffman.
Well, last year, Fort Wayne firefighters and their boots raised more than $107,000 for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. Of course, we're talking about the annual Fill the Boot campaign, and this year's is underway right now. Jeremy Bush with the Fort Wayne Fire Department is here. Thank you for joining us. So
Appreciate you having us.
How's it going so far?
Well, obviously this year there's a little bit of a change. You won't see us out on the streets this year, but so far we raised about $7,500 the first day. That's
awesome, and that's a great response. And so you kind of said you're not on the streets this year. You're in area parking lots. Kind of explain why the change.
Safety took the city took the position that there was a safety concern for firefighters being out there, so they made the decision that we would no longer be on the streets collecting.
But you are still out there. You've got your boots out there. So why would you encourage people to seek you out and donate?
Well, it's such a great cause. I mean, anybody that's been impacted by this disease, it's tragic. And when you go to like an MDA camp and you just interact with these kids and individuals that have been affected by this terrible disease, it's an amazing experience, and you see where those dollars go to. And it's firefighters buy into it. We love helping the community, and those individuals are in need.
That's right. And the community responds every year. This is 30 years now that this program has been going on. And you'll get a little sticker badge, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody that donates, we give them their little badge or sticker that they can show to everybody that they did their part in helping out.
Right. And so just kind of around town in parking lots, I know the Kroger parking lots have them. So just be on the lookout for the fire trucks this weekend.
Yeah,
right?
they're kind of all over the city, only given a couple weeks to kind of prepare for this. They're kind of spotty all over the place, but right now there's a fire truck out at Kroger on Clinton and Coliseum. You kind of see them at some gas stations and just here and there. So try to be on the lookout for them. If you can't find them anywhere, try to go to the fire station. They got the boot out there, and they'll be collecting there as well.
That's right. Well, the community, I know, will come through. You can find the boots. The bigger the boots, the better, right? Because we want to fill them all up.
Yeah.
And it goes through tomorrow. So find your firefighters, and let's help out the MDA today. Thank you, Jeremy, for coming
Thank you. We
in.
appreciate all the support we receive. So.
All right. We'll send it back to you, Pat.
All right, thanks for that. Definitely a great cause. The firefighters always do a great job, and our community is always generous. All right, we got a couple of birthday wishes to send out. Cora Beatty celebrates her first birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Cora. Duncan Blair turns 1 tomorrow. We hope you have a great day, Duncan. And Vita Lynn Hosick celebrates a birthday tomorrow as well. Happy birthday to you. To get your baby on TV, simply go to our website, WANE.com, find the Lifestyle tab at the top of the page, then click on First Birthdays. At the end of the month, we pick one lucky baby to win a $50 gift certificate to Baby by You. All right, Rob doing a little dance during the commercial break there. That sounds very catchy.
Good jams leading into final weather here. Today, not a bad day. We've just got more clouds than yesterday. Temperatures in the mid-70s. We will see the chance for maybe a spotty shower or a storm for those football games tonight. But first of all, not nearly as wet as it was last Friday. That was a deluge. And also looking at, for the most part, a dry remainder of the day. Now, 65 tonight, not as cool when you wake up tomorrow morning. I'll likely be tracking some rain and storms as we start off First News Saturday at 7 a.m. And then we see more showers and storms through the day. 81 degrees, more humid too. 88 degrees on Sunday. Most of Sunday and Monday are looking dry, but it's going to be hot both of those days, and still 89 on Tuesday of next week.
Yeah, the little snippet of fall that we had is over.
It's over.
Yeah, that is for sure. All right, thanks, Rob, and thanks for watching your #1 News at Noon.
Be sure to join us back here for First at 5.
Have a great day.